And we're live.
Hot damn.
We were live.
No, we didn't tell anybody we were live.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey.
Awesome.
Oh, this is Mikey A sent me the link.
We are a well-oiled machine.
There we go.
While we're waiting to figure out if anyone's actually going to be in here or not for the live, I was just talking about this in my group chat of college guys. Where are we at? Has everyone seen the new Tiger Woods Sunday Red logo and branding stuff there? It feels kind of...
I don't like it. It seems janky.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. The Tiger didn't do it for me.
I saw somebody talking about it last night, and they acted like they loved it. So,
Jen, we can't hear you.
Ooh.
Hello. I was at the gym when I saw it on the screen, and it like took me a second to even realize it was a tiger.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's like long and skinny, right?
It's like long and skinny. I guess it's got a stripe for every one of Tiger's majors, but it really just doesn't.
It looks like a one of those big claw clips.
Well, at least they won't have to add
or like a
stripes.
shitty Puma logo.
Like
what do you think about the name too?
The name's
that didn't bother me as much as the logo.
They divided the words for some reason.
So Mulvey thinks it's because they're gonna do like different classifications of like different clothing lines essentially for each one. So like sun could be something that's more like casual, laid back. Day could be like, day wear. Red could be the sport line there. So that was his thought.
Okay.
I think we all agree that it's going to sell like crazy, though. I mean, he's not going to be hurting for any purchases.
I mean, all I'll say is golf fashion is a very crowded and like mature marketplace. Like there's a lot of people that have been in there for a long time, like a lot of established, very comfortable brands. So he's going to get his foot in the door, but it's kind of going to be like the TB12 stuff to where if the product eventually sucks and is overpriced, then it's going to end up getting folded into something else.
Well, and he's kind of past his peak. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, Michael Jordan made hundreds of millions from Nike even after he was done for a long time.
But he started Jordan Brand when he was a player, though. Like it happened at his height. This is well after Tiger's peak.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. That's why I wondered why he waited so long to do something like this.
I mean, I don't know. It's probably one of those things that's pretty to get off the ground. And like Tiger was also super popular before athletes started doing, Michael Jordan kind of makes that a moot point, but I guess before a lot of athletes started doing stuff like this, it was a little bit of a different time. So we'll see.
Jake, it's no Sweat House thing, right? No
logo.
No Sweat House logo, correct?
No, it is not. No, not nearly as good.
We should probably explain that to people.
We will hear in a second. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. We got Mom's carefully crafted rundown here. We're letting a couple people file in since Mom just tossed out the link there now. So this is probably going to be a underutilized live show, more caught on replay for a lot of people, since this is the first Sorry in Advance Golic Family podcast that we've done in a while now. It feels like maybe since the when was the last time we did one?
I feel like it was.
I was about to have a baby. The baby.
Sid has a baby now.
I've got one.
Yeah. We've got the baby that has shown up now. So yeah, so it's been a little while. Hope everyone's doing well. As always, download, subscribe, rate, review. 5-star rating that thing. Check us out on the Sorry in Advance YouTube page as well for content that drops every couple of months when we feel like it. And you know what? That's a beautiful ebb and flow to a podcast. We're not bound by corporate America. We're not taking the almighty dollar from someone. This is a love of the game podcast that we're doing here. Shouts out to super producer Mikey A. And as I say that, product migrates its way towards the center of the screen here in the form of the Sugarlands Distillery sipping cream that we've got up there. Why don't you accurately Dad, why don't you explain for the podcast audience what you're holding up for the YouTube audience right now, since the jar can't speak?
So this is a birthday cake sipping cream from Sugarland's Distillery, which they sponsored our golf event our 2 golf events. They were a major sponsor for them. They're out of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and they have a vodka as well that we had at the tournament, and all these different sipping creams, which are fantastic. This happens to be birthday cake. Their 10-year anniversary is March 9th, and this is when this sipping cream is going to be released. Birthday cake sipping cream. They have made the Golic family the ambassadors to this sipping cream because it has to do with alcohol and cake. So, Mike, at this point, explain how this came to be 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, we're ambassadors because we helped create this. We got drunk at a cocktail hour that High Rock Vodka is the vodka that they've partnered with Dale Earnhardt Jr., and so they were doing a cocktail hour before us for the first golf tournament, and we were boozing it up back there and basically just started throwing cake in a blender with a bunch of the guys from High Rock and from Sugarlands and threw booze in it. It tasted pretty good, and then the wheels started turning. So this is natural innovation that happened. We were all there. We all felt the feeling when it hit our lips, and so now we get to deliver it to the masses, which is awesome.
I feel bad, Jake. This is when Jake had to leave because Jenny was giving birth. So Jake didn't get to be part of the master combination of alcohol and cake in a blender. But we have now brought in the whole family to this. Sugarland's Distillery has brought in the whole family to this. So we're very excited to be part of the family of Sugarland's and doing this sipping cream. And your mother and I, we have a shot
Did you put
of the
whipped cream
birthday
on top
sipping
of it?
cream. We put a little whipped cream on top of it as well. Yeah.
You can also pour this over ice cream. So
I kind of want it in coffee.
You want it in
Coffee's
coffee?
a
Put it in coffee as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah.
You ready?
There we go.
I mean, it technically is kind of like a creamer, right?
Tastes good.
Yeah, I would say more or
So-
less.
Wow, it
I
tastes
think
good.
It tastes good with a kick. Oh boy.
I'm gonna go up to mom and
8:30
dad's
in the
house later.
morning.
They're gonna be fucked up.
Gigi's gonna be
yeah.
on her ass.
Yeah.
You're not kidding.
That
She's
one shot is enough to
one
render
drink
my mom
drunk over
hammered.
here. Yeah.
I was gonna ask
Oh,
you. to
wow,
babysit
that's
Lisa.
good.
So
Now I
good,
don't know if I
right?
can.
Yeah. That is good.
So
Wow.
the release date is in March.
March 9th, again, is the 10th anniversary for Sugarland's Distillery. And this is part of what they're going to do on that anniversary is the release of our sipping cream, birthday cake sipping cream. So sipping.
Uh-oh,
Already
he's
I'm hammered.
Slurring.
There we
Yeah.
It
go.
works.
Absolutely
It
hammered.
works.
So yeah, so very exciting.
There we go. So that's our one bit of actual podcast business and news that we've got for you guys there. So go on, get you some of that birthday cake stuff. Be great for some dinner party that you're having there. Bring it to a work event. Get your coworkers nice and drunk and all have a good time there.
They should send us pictures of them with the sipping cream.
Should also tell everybody sugarlands.com is a website to go to check out all their different products.
There we go. Sling that product. My father coming off Super Bowl week, the one thing I realized is Dad, one of his greatest strengths is being able to just sling product at a moment's notice, walking around Radio Row all week, just selling on behalf. Like everyone would always ask me, like, oh, where's your dad? I was like, he's off selling something to someone because that is what he's born to do. So me and Dad were out in Vegas all Super Bowl week. For everyone else who watched the Super Bowl, Sydney, especially since you and I have been, I don't know if anyone latched on to the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce craze quite like Sydney, who, like someone tracking a college football coach up for a job, was looking at tail numbers of private jets and tracking her location constantly. So this was Sydney.
It was. I mean, it was the perfect storm. I have a newborn at home, so like I'm just mostly sitting. I'm like, it's like the perfect combo of like we all love Taylor, we all love football coming together. So yeah, it's fucking amazing. Like I'm already like I'm picking out like what ring he's probably gonna propose to her with, like what kind of style she might be into. So yeah, very invested.
I don't want to be as invested as I am. Like Jake and I
know,
were
it's
talking
sad.
about it. Like Jake and I were trying to come up with other couples that like celebrity couples in the past that have brought like this much attention, and
we only could think of Kim and Kanye that I feel like have been like this big. Like I feel like this
Michelle
is just like
Obama and Barack.
really.
You
I don't know
fucking
Michelle.
love
Yeah.
Michelle
care?
Obama
Yeah.
like a lot.
Oh,
Jackie
Michelle
O and Kennedy.
Well, I mean,
I mean, we're in
know.
such a different time. There's so many more.
Celebrity
I'm saying like this is like the apex of like social media and two juggernauts coming together.
Oh no,
So-
I agree
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I don't think there is.
How about like when Kate and William and Meghan and Harry?
Well, Megan sucks. She can't be on this.
Wow.
station at all, but
I feel like
social
this is
climbing
equivalent
son of a
to
bitch.
a long time ago, David and Victoria Beckham, right?
Yeah.
well,
Like
and
this is
they're
just like a
having a
modern,
career
more modern
renaissance
day
right
version.
now.
Yeah, and the commercials they've been in, the Super Bowl commercial, and plus longevity. They've been together since 97. They're still together, unlike Kim and Kanye. And the thing about Kim and Kanye, let's toast Travis and yeah.
Oh my God,
Are you guys
Mom's
okay?
just-
Jesus.
What time is it there?
What's that website again?
It's 8:42 in the morning.
45.
Sugarlands.com, baby. Go there. Woo!
Sugarlands.com.
But Kanye and Kim Kardashian, the one thing about it, they weren't very likable. I think Taylor and Travis are extremely likable, and I think that's a big difference.
I would
That's
agree.
true.
Yeah,
My favorite
that might
thing I
also
was
be a two
telling-
Americas situation.
My favorite thing I was telling mom and dad the other day is like the Swifties realizing that there's like men over 6 feet in the world that exist and are like
Yeah.
athletic. They're like, oh my God, look at his hand next to her hand. Like it's so small. And I'm like, yes, this is what like a large person looks like.
Well, I just loved
Yeah.
all of football culture interacting, like the shots of Taylor and Travis and Jason all at the post game party after, and there was this great shot of Taylor back in the VIP at the one club they were at, and like half the Chiefs' offensive line had just flanked her and created a perimeter around her. Like all the teammates are in on it now, which is the best part to me.
That's awesome. I bet she's having the time of her life.
Yeah, dating a real man.
I mean, she gets to go drunk and go to sporting events and just kind of have what's I'd imagine is close to a normal time as humanly possible with those guys. And also gets to now, like, we have her interacting with Jason Kelce, which was perfect too. Like, he's become a real star sideshow player in this.
So I'm wondering at what point, and I guess I would ask Sydney and Jenny and Chris, this being the wives, as Jason is out losing his ever-loving mind, when is his wife Kylie going to say, okay, you had your fun, cool, let's kind of chill it out now?
I would say probably now.
Yeah.
I think she already has for sure. I mean, like there's enough of those video interactions where you just like see her like just like almost reprimanding him. And her her pettiness of not wearing Chiefs gear is unbelievable.
It's the
like,
best.
I'm just
Yeah,
wearing
it's
this
the best.
Cincy shit, not wearing Chiefs gear. It's great.
I saw a TikTok video of her in the Vegas airport by herself leaving to go home.
She left
So
right after the
She
game,
didn't go to
so-
the party.
She
No.
probably landed
somebody-
and saw those videos and was like, oh fuck. Like
I mean, she can't be surprised at this point. Like, it's been rehashed over and over. And Jenny, you listen to New Heights plenty. Like, her, first off, she's been like the most popular guest on a show that's had some bangers. But that Jason was blackout drunk at their very first date, like passed out at the bar and had to be carried out there by one of their friends on the first date. So she's used to this.
It's great too because like on New Heights, she's only been on twice. Like she doesn't want to be on, and then one of the last couple episodes, like Jason's yelling something ridiculous, and you just hear her like very muffled from upstairs yelling, like the girls are trying to nap. Like, it's
Yeah.
just so good.
And by the way, we don't want to portray her as this someone who's not digging this. She is really likable and she is very cool. She's getting her own deals out there as well. So good for her. But they
Yeah,
do have
she was-
3 girls at home they're trying to raise.
Right.
She's
I like
probably
she started
the
that
most
whole
related person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say she started that whole stick it with KC. She was a Division III field hockey player. Started that whole program in Philly, so she's doing great things. So, and I like how she kind of stays off the radar a bit.
Me too.
It
She's
was
a
so
queen.
funny.
Love her.
The Kelce brothers had a party during Super Bowl week. Or like New Heights, their podcast hosted one. And I was around there, and seeing Kylie and Donna Kelce both in that room was the most starstruck that I was. Like, I was like, oh, like, I was like, I'm not going to go and introduce myself to somebody's like mom and wife. That's the weirdest thing on earth up here, but they are kind of reaching that status where they're cool. Mom and Dad, are you still drinking? Jesus Christ.
No,
What are you, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here at all.
I'm going to be
Let's
hammered.
just do a congratulations to Travis and what's her name? Taylor? Yeah, that's it. Woo.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This is
What's happening right now?
I don't really
Wow.
know
What's that website?
Valentine's Day.
Dad's trying to get me liquored up.
And
Yeah,
Ash Wednesday.
Okay.
It's Ash Wednesday
that is-
too,
Wow.
which is
The
a weird
Valentine's
thing.
Ash Wednesday combination really presents
Yeah.
some cognitive dissonance here.
Yeah, like when people go out to dinner, it limits what you could eat if you follow the meat.
No, that's gone. They don't do that anymore. Yeah.
What?
They do.
Yeah.
Church
They
got rid of the
stopped
meat
the no
thing?
meat. They stopped the no meat on Friday during. Yeah, they stopped.
I feel
all
like
that.
Dad's making that up.
Are you sure? I think you're making
No,
that
I'm
up.
not sure. I'm just. You know what? This is 30 years in the business. It's called bullshit with conviction. You all believed it, didn't you?
Well, you can't just
telling
lie.
you.
I mean, it's out there.
I'm telling you, I do think they stopped it. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
I'm looking it up. Jake, look
I'm
it
like,
up.
Don't
Google it.
Catholic parishes have like fish fries and stuff?
I just don't think it. Someone Google it. I'm not gonna. I can't type it.
Yeah, Dad, I mean,
It's literally still a thing, Dad. According to
Really?
Still a thing.
Very much
I just
still a
picture
thing,
someone getting up to heaven and then being like, "You can't come in. You ate meat on Fridays." And be like, "Mike Golic told me it wasn't a thing anymore."
Yeah,
Oh,
Right.
By the
okay.
way, isn't that
Yeah.
the dumbest thing in the
God.
world?
that's gonna make or break you.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that'll
ate
do
meat
it.
on Fridays. Go to hell.
What's that website again?
yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ had dreads, so shake 'em. I ain't got none, but I'm planning on growing some.
Let me tell you, I bet Jesus would have a shot of the birthday cake sipping cream with us.
On this topic of Ash Wednesday, is anyone giving up anything or adding something to their routine, doing something good for the next
No.
40 days?
I haven't thought about that in years, I don't think.
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah.
I think that point, those times
you,
are
Jenny?
behind me now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was thinking
I've
about
added-
going to church once a week during Lent.
Oh.
So
Have a
that
good
means what I
time.
do,
We-
so.
You guys have a good church out there, so you at least have
Well,
like
we
good
do.
music.
Father
Father
Eric
the
is
parish you grew up
great.
at.
And that's really the only reason we would go, in all honesty.
Yep.
At this
I,
point, it
He
looks like you're
delivers a
giving up
good
morning
message.
sobriety.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
Look how
some
we're
things have to go
starting
by the
Lent, yeah.
wayside. Yeah.
I started stretching in the mornings now. That's been my thing since the start of the new year. So I get up.
That's such
I
a,
get up
that's
at-
such a
Talking about, like,
mid-30s
adding
thing to
something
do.
good in
Yeah,
for
I'm
other
adding
people.
something. I'm adding something
stretching.
good to my lifestyle here. I get up in the morning, and as soon as I get done with the show, I go for a half-hour walk. I come home, I foam roll, I stretch, I hit a couple of trigger points with the ball. After I have breakfast, so I walk off breakfast when I go out there. I give it some time to digest. I come home and do this, and then I respond to some emails. I do some extra work. Sometimes I'll take a nap. I built a nice morning routine out of this.
Maybe as a
That's such
family,
a-
we should come up with something to do.
Drink birthday cake sipping cream.
Not drink at 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe.
My parents, who I saw drink like 3 times in my entire life before I was 21,
Oh,
are
mom's
now
fucked up. Look at
mom's
her.
hammered. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
mom's
Well,
laugh
it looks
where
like
she's
I'm not going to
hammered
Pilates
now.
at noon today. Got no one to fucking watch her. So thanks a
It's
lot.
like it's going to be a good Valentine's Day.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, has anyone in the room done anything for Valentine's Day? Because on the show this morning, Mom brought in Dad this waffle egg and cheese sandwich with a card, and Dad hasn't gotten her shit.
I gave him a card.
She did. She gave me a card. And normally I give out cards for different occasions, and I didn't. And I feel horrible when she came in with the card. I am sorry.
Ben
Oh,
is
no.
currently I don't
Oh,
even
no.
know if Ben knows what day it is. So
He
I don't know.
does.
if
Yeah,
knows
he
It's
doesn't.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see Alex in her Valentine's
Oh,
outfit.
She's asleep right now, so I'm not
Oh,
going to pick
okay.
her up. But
Can you put the camera
Do you
over
wanna
there?
show the
Yeah.
baby camera
Look at her arm.
All right, I guess.
That's so
there
nice.
she is.
Where's Jackson?
Where's Jackson?
I just locked him in the playroom, and I went over to check on him, and he has a bunny just going by himself, saying "hop, hop, hop," and just chipping the bunny around the room.
I love that.
I got you. I got you.
locked him
I
in the
got you.
playroom.
Well, there they are.
Ah, that's
I got
very
you.
nice.
Very cute.
That is very cute.
The children love the books. So wait, did anyone else do anything for Valentine's Day? Jake, Sydney, and Ben are a no. Jake and Jenny, I'm assuming at this point you guys don't do.
No,
shit
we
anymore.
exchanged cards, and that's about the end of it.
Cards and that we only bought to give to Jackson. So it's like we wrote to each other, but got like weird cards because he enjoys it, and a balloon for him. So it's all about him.
Are you guys, Jenny and Jake, at the point where you don't really get stuff for each other anymore on the occasions, or do you? Yeah.
No, we don't. I mean, we work together, so that makes it even like, I don't want to say weirder, but like harder. So, and right now we're building a house, so it would we're not buying anything.
Yeah.
Still building a house.
Still building a
Still.
house.
Someday you'll have your own house. Well, this is your mother and I's 40th Valentine's Day together. How about
What
that?
the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
Our senior
Wow.
year in college is when it really
That's why we're
started.
drunk.
That's why we're hammered.
What else are you to do 40 years
Sugarlands.com.
later?
40 years is a long time to do anything.
It
Yeah.
Like,
is.
I at this point, granted, I only have 34 years, but it's wild to imagine doing something as long or longer than I've been alive. That's like a weird concept to me.
Let's talk about Dad's inability to make a decision by himself now that we're bringing up Dad.
Where the hell did
40
that come
years.
from?
Well, 40 years of doing anything.
40 years of you making the decisions for me. 1 year into our marriage, I gave up all decision making, and it was the best move I ever made. Yeah.
Yesterday, he had to pick glasses out by himself.
Oh, man.
Why are you
Mikey,
getting
I
new glasses?
sent you the pictures, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is that?
Well,
Man.
Awful.
yeah,
Well,
I have
what's
to
going
get
on
like,
there?
This is what I get while I'm in Target.
Can you like?
I called her and I said, I need to get glasses. Can you come here? And she's like, do your best. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. That's trouble.
That's your
So
best?
I have-
smile.
No.
What
So
smile?
serious.
What am I going to smile for? Who cares
Well,
if
you
I
look like a-
smile?
I
Which
do.
ones did you
It's-
get?
I got both. One is for seeing up close and one is for driving at night. Yeah. So I got them both. Give me
That's
another
one way to
drink.
make
You
a
know how many
decision.
glasses
thought
he already has? Like,
But
I
they're
thought
like
there's
the
no way
wall,
you could
they're like
this
the
up.
Walgreens or
Those are kind of
CVS
bad.
glasses. Not
The rim on
prescription
one of those
glasses.
is so thick.
They're
Like,
very feminine.
yeah,
They're
they,
very
What?
Put the
feminine.
photo down. I don't
The
like
one on the
Feminine?
right looks
this
like
one.
fishing outdoor glasses.
They're
They look
they're
like
like
glasses.
Oh, yeah.
librarian. They're
so you don't like either of them?
No.
bad.
Oh,
Bad
come
choice.
on! Seriously,
Yeah.
none. Can you pour me
None,
another
no.
drink?
At least you didn't get, what are those called, transitions?
Oh,
I'm not
God, I wouldn't have-
transitioning. No, what? No.
Oh, all right. Back away slowly. Back away slowly, brother. Stop
You don't want to do
drinking.
that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
these are
No, these are the ones I trusted the young lady in there picking out the glasses because your mother wasn't coming back to the store. So
Oh, we're out of whipped
God.
cream.
We're out of whipped
God.
cream.
Let that be a sign
To my glasses.
to your poor decision making on those glasses. Those were not great at all.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. I can't believe you guys didn't like the glasses. I thought they were pretty
you can't
nice.
believe that?
The ones with the less thick rims are better.
On the
Yeah,
on the left.
yeah. The ones
Those
on
are
the right.
those are
look
going to be
like they're
up
about
close
welding.
glasses.
Okay.
So those will be your
Boy, that's a
readers,
tough thing.
basically.
My readers. Yeah, yeah. That's scintillating. I know. Yeah.
I mean, that's where you're at. In life
Jenny
now,
even
man.
left.
That's
This is
what happens when
spiraling.
you're childcare in the middle of a podcast right now, and
Yeah, true.
mom and dad are drunk again.
You don't see that often.
That's true.
No, you don't see that often. All right, Dad's already nailed the sipping cream. Oh, I forgot about this. Mom wrote this down. We didn't get to this on the Gojo and Golic, by the way. Check it out, DraftKings. Our friend Jesse Cofield said, "Rest in pastries today, man. That's a tough loss for the community in a year where Pop-Tarts got probably the most shine they've gotten in quite a long time."
Aren't you glad he got to see it though?
Oh my God. To live to see his creation turned into a giant living mascot that was eaten by a football team.
So his name is Bill Post. He's from Grand Rapids, Michigan, 96 years old. So that's a hell of a life.
He worked at the Keebler plant and he came up with the idea. And they test marketed it in Cleveland and it was a huge success.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keebler had him in the building and they let him get out with that IP. That would never happen in 2024.
No, you're
true.
right. But what's your
Man.
favorite Pop-Tart?
Cinnamon sugar.
Yeah.
Brown cinnamon sugar.
brown sugar. I probably have to go with that. Yeah.
I will say, I before the Pop-Tart Bowl ended up getting a bunch of boxes of them. The double chocolate, so like the all chocolate outside, with the chocolate inside, tastes like you're eating chocolate ice cream. It's wonderful. So I don't think it's my favorite. I think I'm with Sydney, but I think in general that probably deserves more credit than it gets in the pantheon of flavors.
Jake, what's yours?
I like the s'mores Pop-Tart. I think that's an
Ooh,
underrated
s'mores are
one as
good.
well. Yeah. Yeah, those are good in the
Toasted, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I do not toast my Pop-Tarts. I eat them raw.
Never toasted one in my life.
I love
No.
toasted Pop-Tarts.
Really?
I didn't
Love
even
it.
know they were supposed to be toasted, to be honest.
Isn't that why they're called Pop-Tarts?
Where does the toast come in? The
They
toast.
mean
No,
the
they
pop out of
pop
the
up
toaster.
out of the toaster.
Pop up out of the toaster.
Aha, see that now. Okay.
See, I will say, like, their counterparts, because this was always the debate, was Pop-Tarts versus toaster strudels, which very clearly tell you, hey, you got to put this strudel in the toaster. You can't eat those cold. But I can kind of see Sydney's confusion with the Pop-Tarts because it's not as overt.
I feel like that's why they're the best because you can do them not cooked or toasted.
Ooh, I just went on the Pop-Tarts website and they've got Apple Jacks. It's apple cinnamon Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts as like a brand combination.
Oh,
They
A
have Eggo
crossover.
too.
I've had the Eggo. The Eggo is very good. It does taste like an Eggo waffle covered in syrup.
I also saw they have banana bread ones.
Oh my God, really?
Oh, they do.
Mhm.
Oh,
by the
There's-
way,
Wow.
not to mix flavors here, but there is an Eggo waffle sipping cream.
We have it.
We do. We have it here.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
keep that one for
Sugarlands.com.
another
You want
day.
us to go get it?
Sugarlands.com.
We can go get it.
Sugarlands.com.
We can.
There's
stop
also
drinking that.
frosted chocolatey chip pancake Pop-Tarts. I've had
There is
the
a
have you
sipping
guys
cream
had
of that too.
Have you had the Pop-Tart bite?
Oh, I
have
love
had
the Pop-Tart bites. Yeah.
Go ahead,
It's
Dad.
a-
Say what you want to say that you always say about bite-sized things. You want to pour it in a
Oh, I
bowl with some milk and you want to eat it like
Without
cereal.
question.
Yeah.
Your mother, she did get me a Valentine's Day present. She got me the last box at the grocery store of the small Nilla wafers that you can pour in the bowl and put the milk over. Yeah, it's awesome.
So for the first time in my life, I tried that because over the holidays, I just ended up with a box of vanilla wafers or Nilla wafers left in my home. And so I thought, all right, I've seen Dad do this for years. I'll pour them over milk. Man, it's a race against time. Those things get soggy quick. And then it's
Yes.
just a bowl of
Mhm.
mush, which is disgusting.
You can do that, or I do it with graham crackers as well. Crush them up and put them in a bowl. Same thing though. It gets to mush pretty quick, but I don't mind the mushy part.
Another good product out there is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Loaded.
Oh yeah, very good.
Mhm.
I almost pulled the trigger on that. How have you had like Crave cereal before? How similar are we talking to that?
It's similar to that. We have 2 boxes though of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch going right now.
Yeah. Till later
really
today, then
good.
we'll have no boxes.
It's
Yeah.
good because when you bite into it, it's a little bit, it's full of like the icing, but it's a little bit cooler as well if you're
Yeah.
just eating them dry. It's
You
very
can eat
good.
them dry and
Oh,
they're
I
good too. Yeah.
I didn't think about that. I love a good dry handful of like frosted mini wheats, so this would be a nice
Yeah.
addition to that party. party.
Which, of course, brings us back to the Jenny Golic dipping into the dry Lucky Charms and taking all the marshmallows out. So if you ever have Lucky Charms, she takes the marshmallows out so you only have the actual cereal left. Yeah, she's
That's
a
an act of
destroyer of Lucky
terrorism.
Charms. It is.
Yeah, she's an animal.
What is she doing right now?
She's fixing a problem at work right now, so she is unavailable.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Multitasking. Okay.
That's what she does.
Life finds a way.
I'll drink to that.
No.
I'm sure you will. While we're doing product plugs here, I have no bigger ticket I want next year than the Taco Bell keynote. That looked like the most fun that a group of people could possibly have.
It was unexpected that Taco Bell would do it that way.
Yeah, that was pretty wild, but
it got everybody's attention.
it did, and they had some great products coming out. So looking forward
I'm
to
gonna
that.
be
I know
real. I
Mike.
didn't see any of it.
You didn't?
No.
I've seen 0%. I don't know what this is.
Really?
I
Jake,
feel like
were
for
you into the
Christmas,
Taco
you need to get
Bell?
a black turtleneck.
Jake, were you into the Taco Bell with Mike all that at Notre Dame? All you guys doing
yeah.
the Taco Bell thing?
Of course, yes. I love Taco Bell. Yeah. But I'm unfamiliar with the keynote speech here.
Yeah.
Mikey, list some of the products.
They essentially did the way Apple does their keynote when they're launching new product. Taco Bell did that exact same setting for new menu items they're dropping in 2024. The menu items include the cheesy chicken crispinata, which is essentially like a calzone stuffed with cheesy chicken. They're adding crispy chicken nuggets to the Taco Bell menu, which I feel like is going to absolutely do numbers. The cheesy street chalupa looks like it might be my favorite new menu item. Yep. A lot of these are like supposed to be handheld dippers too. One of the most exciting things for me though, as a Baja Blast connoisseur, is they introduced and teased a Baja Blast cheesecake that is that exact like radioactive green color. And then Baja Blast gelato is dropping in 2024, which is going to be the thing I'm most excited to consume.
All right, the cheesecake seems a little gross to me.
The pie looked like key lime pie, kind of. But
Yeah, it looked like key lime pie,
color.
but it's gelato blast or Baja Blast. Yeah.
I'm also seeing churro chillers, which looks like basically a churro milkshake that they're going to have, and Dolce de
that
Leche
sounds good.
Cinnabon Delights.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
All sounds good.
They're peaking.
How did you just make up like 17 words and it got me hungry? Like, how did that happen? Like,
that's their whole plan.
Words, but I know exactly what you're talking about based on the words you used.
It's Taco Bell's stranglehold on my life. I once drove from Los Angeles, California, this bastion of delicious, authentic Mexican food, to Scottsdale, Arizona, another place that is no stranger to great Mexican food. And in the middle of that, I stopped at a Taco Bell at a rest stop and hammer timed enough food so that I didn't eat when I got to Arizona. I should have been ashamed, but I looked around. I had to wait like a half hour because it was that packed at that Taco Bell, because they know what the hell they're doing in there. They're leaders and innovators.
They are peaking right now. There's no doubt about it.
It's been excellent. So I am going to be first. They also unveiled a bunch of new hot sauce covers for their little packets there. There's a Diablo. I've never had the Diablo version. The black label scares the hell out of me. Terrified.
Well, Mike, given your history of eating hot chips like you did when we were doing our show at ESPN together, you shouldn't touch it because you almost lost your life.
I'll be fine with that. Jake's the one that always has the issue with heat around here. Jake famously powered sweating through his shirt on the chili salsa, I believe, like the normal garden variety salsa.
Like I get a brow sweat with like fresh cracked pepper. Like it's like it doesn't take much. Like it.
That's how I am.
The tolerance is very, very low. What's that?
Have you always been that way?
Yeah, I've always been that way. Yeah, hot destroys me. I will sweat through everything very quickly.
Wow.
And I don't usually sweat either. It brings out the worst in me.
I think he gets it from me.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Mike is Mike considered definitely sweaters.
You sweat like crazy.
Yeah.
I can't handle it at all. I'm such a bitch.
Can
And
you
Ben
handle
is like
spicy food, Mike? Sydney?
I can't
No?
at all. Ben loves it.
Yeah, Ben's on another level.
He's psychotic.
Spicy food and meat. That's all he knows. Wait, Mom, I didn't see that other day. You sent an article about a woman that ate nothing from meat for how long?
6 years.
It reminded me
how
of Ben.
long? I feel like Ben's going on that amount of time now. I feel like the guy's just been eating nothing but meat and eggs for the last 3 years.
He does.
Meat,
That's what he
eggs,
does.
And rice.
But this lady at breakfast, lunch, and dinner had steak for 6 years, and she said she feels like she's in the best shape of her life. And I don't know if I could go. Ben could go down that road.
I
For
can't
sure,
imagine
no
eating it for
question.
breakfast.
The
Like,
farts.
That's gross.
Oh,
Must.
God.
I mean,
Ugh.
I've been trying to up my protein intake now a little bit, and it's not touching what Ben's been at. It's not touching what I was at in the former version of myself playing ball. And I am like gassing myself out of this apartment. It is horrifying the way it smells.
It's awful.
It doesn't take very long. That's the scary part, is you just tweak a couple of things, and now all of a sudden Tommy's got the tum rums. Oh, it's terrifying.
Okay.
All right.
Are you
so
guys,
do
you guys
have
coming
a-
down off your buzz?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna have to
am.
get another drink here. Yeah,
No.
for sure. Sydney, do we have a Ben's? Do we have Brain Buster?
Oh yeah, do we
We
have a
do.
Ben's Brainbuster in here? Oh wow, we do. All right. Oh,
Oops.
and then we've got Ben's Brainbusters, and then we've got Dad's Would You Rather, which I'm sure he's got a couple of ready to go in the hopper here. So why don't we get the Ben's Brainbuster for anyone that might be new, and this is your first podcast? God help, save, and keep.
Sorry.
You're not supposed to eat meat on Fridays. We'll make sure we get that out of the way right now if you're Catholic, so you don't go to hell on my dad's
Or
behalf.
Wednesday.
But
Ash Wednesday.
yeah, shout out to Ash Wednesday. Shout out to, by the way, Jesus got a lot of press during the Super Bowl. Did you see that Mark Wahlberg commercial where he's just trying to get people to pray? And then there was something, I missed the Jesus feet washing commercial, but everyone was making
saw
jokes about Jesus being a feet guy after the Super Bowl. What happened?
Yeah.
It just showed.
I feel like he was just always touching
feet,
people's feet. Like,
Yeah.
it was a big foot focus.
Yeah.
I missed that as well. Yeah.
You were busy.
Yeah.
One thing about JC, he is going to touch some feet. I've always said that about him. Big feet guy, not afraid to get down in there on the action. But Ben Broniker, aspiring doctor right now, currently in med school, which is why he doesn't know what day or time it is at the moment. He tries to make us smarter, even though we're a podcast full of dumbasses. And so Sydney is his proxy today, which should make this really interesting to see if she can pronounce half the words that he gave her.
No, this is a good one. It's Super Bowl related, viewership related. So, all right, let me pull this up. The 2024 Super Bowl had the highest viewership on American TV at 123.4 million since the moon landing in 1969. That's approximately 36% of the U.S. population. The moon landing had a viewership estimated between 125 and 150 million people. What percent of the U.S. population was tuning into the moon landing? A, 35%, B, 42%, C, 50%, D, 54%, E, 74%.
Oh my God.
I say 74%.
74%.
Yeah, I'll go 74.
B.
I'll go 52 just to be different.
B.
All right, you guys were right. It was 74%.
Wow.
I mean, who's not going to watch the moon landing? I mean,
So,
back then you only had like 4 channels.
Quick note on that we talked about in the Gojo and Golic show. The top 20 all-time viewed television shows, 19 of them were the Super Bowls. Number 11 was the MASH finale. But as Sydney mentioned, the 1969 moon landing was seen supposedly by 125 to 150 million, but Nielsen will not confirm those numbers. So it's not official that it was number one all time.
Why is everyone trying to
Interesting.
make the moon landing not a thing?
I know. It's ridiculous. Because that should be the most watched thing, right? That should be watched more than any Super Bowl.
I said we were going to the
Taylor
moon.
and Travis Super Bowl. It's up there. I would rather watch Taylor and Travis Super
That's
Bowl
true.
over the moon landing.
That's true.
just me.
Good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jake, do you watch all like the SpaceX launches and stuff that happen now? Because I feel like if we've so normalized the idea of space travel. I'm trying to think of what it would take to create like a communal watching experience like that.
Yeah, I typically watch the reruns of the launches, especially the newer ones, like the big heavy rocket they're shooting off now. So yeah, I
Jake?
mean it's really par for the course now. It's a very like routine thing going to space at this point. So I don't know I assume probably a landing on Mars will be the next big thing.
Jake, would you, as the public starts to get a chance to go to space, outer space, would you go?
Yes, I would. Yep, 100%. I say this every day. I would go and I would get in a ship right now and go. No question.
Wow.
Wow.
Where they just shoot up and then they go back down?
Well, they go up into into the start of outer space and then come back down.
That seems weird to me. Like, kind of a waste.
Kind of a waste.
Well, I mean, what are you getting out of that?
I think the view when you get up there, I heard, is really spectacular. Yeah.
I guess.
It would not be a waste for me.
It's not my thing, so.
It's amazing to think about how normal that is, and then we had the submersible thing happen. Like, we can go up here all day, but we try and go down there and party in the deep ocean and get absolutely walloped. Earth is.
Well, I think going in the ocean is more scary, don't you?
Oh,
Hell
yeah. To me, it'd be more scary. Yeah.
100%.
Isn't it the old saying that like we know more about outer space than we do about the deepest part of the ocean? Is that still true?
It's more that it's like we know more about outer space than like 2% of like the deepest part of the ocean. Like we know.
I'm
like,
not
so
going to answer
little
that
about
because
the
I
deepest
thought
part.
you could eat meat on Friday, so I didn't know.
Dad's like, I have personally mapped the bottom of the ocean. I will operate the next submersible. I remember when the Mars rover signed off for the final time and it gave its little tweet. I was legitimately emotional.
Yeah.
It was so sad. It was like it's dark and cold and like I miss my friends. I cried a little bit.
Then it's gone.
Oh, it's like he's up there all by himself.
If we could give you
So
a drink
sad.
right now, Mikey, we would.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like getting emotional again thinking about it. Jesus
About
Christ,
it.
am I okay?
Sugarland's
What's going on? Boy, this has been a real long preamble to Ben's Brainbuster here. Why don't we get to that?
Seriously.
Oh, we did the brain buster.
We just did the brain buster. That was the
we
brain
did the
buster.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Who had the
Who's been
drinks?
drinking? Your mom and I or you?
I'm not okay right now, guys. Dad, would you rather? That's what I was thinking of when I said the word.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Help me.
Would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page or bite your tongue every time you eat?
Oh, paper cut.
I barely read.
Paper cut.
Give me a paper
I was
cut.
going to say that's going to be Jake's answer.
Paper cut.
Jake would never get a paper cut again.
Never.
Ow. Oh, paper cuts suck though. Oh, but
They
man,
do.
biting your tongue. Oh,
But think about how much you eat. Like that's
Right.
fucked up. That
I
sucks.
know.
I
It's
That
think I'd
would
take
suck.
the paper cut.
Because I'm with Jake. I don't read much, so I wouldn't get many paper cuts. All right.
E-reader, done.
Would you rather sip gin with Ryan Reynolds or shoot tequila with The Rock?
Or drink sipping cream with us.
Boom! Woo!
Was waiting for that layup. Honestly,
I'm going
I'd
Reynolds.
probably do gin with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, he seems like he'd be
Yeah.
a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's friends
The
with
Rock
Taylor
would just
Swift.
make me feel bad.
Yeah.
Right.
that's true.
Dad's picking The Rock. I know that.
Well, no, you know what? No, I've met The Rock over time, had him on the show a couple of times, so got to know him. I know. I'm saying it for a reason, is I've met him, talked to him. I've never met Ryan Reynolds. I love the guy. I think he's cool as hell. So I think I would have a drink with Ryan.
What's Jake doing?
Jake, what would you do? Jake's not listening. Jake's checked out. Yeah.
I think
He's
I
probably
think they
dealing
got-
with
Jake's on the
something right
phone.
I think
Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah,
on
I
the
think
phone?
it's on the phone right
Okay.
now. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone.
yeah, we've had
They have actual
we got
businesses are running.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, we've got
Real
stuff, but I'm pretty comfortable in saying that Jake would also. Now, if you said I could go lift with somebody, like going to lift with The Rock would be cool as hell. Like going to get to the Iron Paradise, I would love.
Would you rather lift with The Rock or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh man.
Mm,
Wow.
Oh wow.
wow.
I kind of would feel so inferior lifting with them, especially The Rock, because he lifts more than Arnold Schwarzenegger now because he's older. That would be interesting.
I'd probably
like
go,
you gotta
with
go with
Arnold,
Arnold.
just because. Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
OG.
It's
Like,
Arnold. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah. I would
Can I
agree.
tell you
Yeah, I
guys
think I would
one of
agree with that.
one of my
Jake?
earliest California experiences, as I let Jake log back online, we're talking about who you would. So the would you rather was, would you rather sip gin with Ryan Reynolds or shoot tequila with The Rock? And then there's a follow up to that.
I would probably gin with Ryan Reynolds. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
That was kind of the
Clean sweep.
consensus.
Yeah, that was the consensus.
He's just
Now-
such a different side of what we're so used to. It'd be nice to talk to somebody from a different perspective, I think.
Right.
that's deep.
Go with the
And
follow-up,
then
Mike.
the follow up was, since The Rock got left out here, in your prime, would you rather go get a lift in with The Rock or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Arnold, there's no question. I mean, the Rock's. He's awesome, but Arnold's the goat. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I would
One
agree
of-
with that too.
One of my earliest California experiences, I was over in Venice. I wanted to go try out a restaurant there around breakfast. And after that, I was by the Venice Gold's Gym, which is obviously Valhalla for meatheads. And I'm walking by, and as I'm walking by on like whatever their version of like the city bikes are that you can rent, Arnold Schwarzenegger and like I'm assuming one of his business partners just go riding by the Gold's Gym in Venice on a bike. I'm like, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be in the universe right now. I was like, this is
Awesome.
That would
day.
be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be incredible. All right, those were good would you rathers. Those were good would you rathers. So strong performance here by everyone. Dad, one more plug for the Sip and Cream, man. Get it in.
Birthday Cake Sip and Cream. March 9th is Sugarland's 10th anniversary. Our Sip and Cream, we're the ambassadors of this drink, the Golic family. So get your orders in sugarlands.com. Go check them out. Buy, because we love them. We were drinking. Your mother and I are drunk right now.
At
What a perfect
9:19.
It's
What a
brunch,
perfect
right?
note to end on.
Brunch.
This is still breakfast time. Your
Whatever.
brunch is like 11.
A nice boozy breakfast
We
for
got it early
everybody.
start.
All right, make sure as
Sorry.
always you download, subscribe, rate, review us, leave us a 5-star rating. Check us out here on the Sorry in Advance YouTube page as well. Thanks so much, and as always, we're sorry in advance.
I'm not.